Good morning, scholars. Welcome to your writing class. This week, we are focusing on a totally new topic. We are going to be learning all about homophones. Homophones are words that sound the same, but they actually have different meanings. So we're going to look at a couple of different groups of homophones, and we're going to think about how do we know which one to choose in our writing? How do we write the correct form of the word? So today, we're going to get started. We're going to kick it off with two, and two. Notice how when I say two, it sounds the same as two and the same as two. These are homophones. Again, words that have the same sounds but different meanings. We are going to look at the meanings of each of these forms of two, and we're going to look at them as examples in sentences. First is to, T-O. That is a function word. This word is usually paired with an action word, a verb. So we might see an example like, I am going to bake a cake. We're going to bake a cake. That action of bake is something that we're going to do. So this to, it's a function word. It means it's going to get done. Something's getting done. Next is to, T-O-O. This usually means also. So we have this example here. Michelle is coming to. She is also coming. We use the form of to that is T-O-O. Lastly is to, like the number 2. That one's pretty easy and straightforward. We know we use it when we're telling an amount. So an example is we need 2 eggs for the cake. We use the form TWO for this too. Let's get into our work for today. You're going to need a composition book and a pencil. And our directions are that we're going to fill in the blank in the sentence with the correct form. To, or to. Let's look at our first example. This one you're going to follow along with me as I think through and correctly pick the form of to that we're going to use here. So the sentence says, I need read a book. Well, I know that read is an action, and I need the form of to that's going to act as a function word, saying that I will read this book. I'm going to read a book. That means we need to use T-O. I need to read a book. You can go ahead and copy that down in your composition book. And we're going to move to our next example. This one says, Kayla walked blank miles. Well, miles are something that can be measured. We can tell a quantity, an amount of how many miles she walked. What do you think is the correct form of to that should be filled into this sentence? You probably already know this one, so you can go ahead and write it down in your composition book. But we are going to use TWO, to describe the number of miles that Kayla walked. Next, she got blank problems wrong on the test. Well, just like our last example with miles, we have problems, something that can be measured, that we can tell the amount of. She got what? 2 problems wrong. Which form of to? We're going to use TWO. She got 2 problems wrong on the test, telling the number of problems. Next example. My friend likes blank play soccer. Do you see something that we can measure in here and tell the amount of? No. But we do see this action word, play. My friend likes, oh, look, it's trying to give us the answer. My friend likes to play soccer. We know that this is just the TO, that function word, to talk about the action that your friend likes to do, to play soccer. Let's move to our next example. This box is blank heavy for me to carry. This box is too heavy for me to carry. Well, which form of to are we using? This time, we can kind of use the process of elimination to figure out which form of to. We're not going to use TWO because there's nothing that we're telling. We're not saying that there are two boxes for me to carry. We don't have anything that's asking about an action right here. We have an action at the end of the sentence, but we don't have it up here. We already have TO, to carry, in here. Which one are we going to use here? This example actually calls for TOO. It is too heavy. So that word too means also, but sometimes it can mean like too much. It is over the top. It is too heavy for me to carry. Next example, these clothes are blank expensive. These clothes are too expensive. Well, just like that last example, we don't have any amount. We're not telling a quantity, how many. So it's not TWO. We're not saying that we are going to go shopping. There's no action. But we are saying that these clothes are over the top expensive. They are much too expensive. TOO, too expensive. It is too much. Those are all of our examples that we have for today. We learned about homophones, and we learned about the difference between to, TOO2, and TWO2. For your work today, your directions are the same. In your own Google Doc, you're going to fill in the blank in the sentence with the correct form to, or to. There are sentences here for you to complete. Make sure that you are paying attention to which form of to you are using. That's all I have for you today. Tomorrow, we're going to check out a different group of homophones, but we're going to do a very similar lesson. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.